Hello everybody. It's very early, 5 AM on this lovely September morning. We've got the money from the contract. We're up to 36 grand, which is fantastic. I'm thinking we're gonna get that parcel of land that we looked at with the little field. In fact, we're gonna get it. We've got a contract offer of 31 on that same field. Okay. We've took an extra contract, bailing. There's so many contracts, it's unbelievable. We picked up a contract last night just after collecting the money before we went to sleep. And it was another bailing contract. So we've picked that up. So we've got 3 bailing contracts to do. And I did take the equipment with it, which I forgot what it was. However, this bailing contract has just come up. And I should have took that one, because that's got every bit of equipment you'd want. Has that. But we've already got 3 active. And I don't think we can take more, can we? Yeah. Okay, so quite a lot of people up at 5 AM. Let's get over to the dealership, see what vehicles we've got there. This is this contract is the one that requires this is a silage contract that we started. We've got everything over there really, so we could just shoot over and do that. Or do we have a look at what we've got? Let's have a look at what we got. I can't remember. Oh, hello. The other 2 contracts are for hay, I think. 2 lovely fence. Similar. Might be bigger. Windrow is the same. Baler's the same. Oh, what have we got here? Ah, workshop. That's handy. Is there anything around the back? Now we know there's something. Ah, yes! It's around Baler and around Baler. That is going to help. Right. In that case, we're gonna take a tractor. We're gonna take a tractor and the baler down there, bale grab down there, because that'll be way easier. They're both the same. 2314s, yeah, okay. That's a bit tight to get in there, isn't it? Take that one. Pick up that, take that down there. Right. Okay, we're making. This looks a bit more promising, but there's so many contracts there. If we can get a few of them on the go. Yeah, very happy. My bad. Cheers, mate. It's quite nice. Nice early start on this as well. We've done the headland on it. I can't use... I don't think you can use helpers on this, so... Which means we've got a lot of work that we're just doing ourselves. So I will probably do some cuts. As I don't think you're going to want to watch me fully bale and transport 3 fields. Is the silage going to need to wait when it's wrapped, or are we going to be able to just drop it, I wonder? Do, 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 do. Strange, on Horde Belleron, I think I only ever had one baling contract, and I think we were up to about 12, 13 years on it, I think. Alright, somewhere over there. Is the tractor we were using yesterday, last month. Get this bit done nice and early before all the walkers come out, because there seems to be a bit of parkland around us. Oh, I'm just going to just keep going round and round, because that's confusing me. Another rather strange shaped field for my liking. Split it into 2 diamonds. Okay, 26 bales. A lot more than I was expecting. I'm thinking we should have a couple spare, hopefully. I've got 26, I'm hoping I can work out the maths when we drop off the first trailer load. 26 to take if we were using those 3-point hitch bale grabs, so like 2 to 3 on each side. That'd be 6 in a go. That would have taken ages. And I think we're dropping to the biogas, but I will double check in a moment. Quickly do the outskirts, make sure we've not lost anything. Shouldn't have, I don't think. Just as well we took this. To be fair, it's 7:15, so looking at 3 hours maybe to get this of the smallest of the fields done. I'm hoping, it's a bit cheeky, if there's another baling contract with bigger equipment, we're going to go for that as well, because I've got a feeling this is the same size equipment, just with a transporter instead. So it could be 4 baling contracts in 1 month. Hopefully in 1 month. Could possibly take longer, I suppose. Yeah, this holds quite a few though, to be fair. This is looking pretty good. This will be 2 trips. Right, we're going to drive down. I'll see you when we get there. Hopefully we can save a few of these if they're going to be more than... Thinking I might drop them off before and then nudge them in. And maybe even bring that tractor down, the Kubota down with one of those on, and take a time on it. Yes, I think that's the case. I shall see you all soon. We've got 2 bales on the back of here on our way to the BGA. I'm not sure if there's a quicker way. I've accidentally cut one of them open as well, which is quite annoying. But it's already silage apparently, so... I've not had to wait for that to ferment, which is good. Now I've laid the other 24 odd just here. I'm thinking we drop them off there. Unfold. Lower. Not going in, are they? Dope. Where do we put them? Where do you want them? Right, we've had a word. The garage out the back. They got something that we might be able to use. So we've bought a small tractor basically that's hopefully going to work with the front loader so we can lift them up. An old Matty. She's beautiful. Lovely bit of kit. We've just spent way over 10 grand on it. Oh, it's somewhere. This is eating into our day. We've lost like an hour. Where's our front loader tool that I'm sure we've just bought? I think. Oh, they're down there. There we go. Hopefully this fits on. Oh, now should we have got to wait? Does that fit on okay? That seems alright. I'm beginning to think maybe a weight to balance it out. Yeah, let's grab a weight. 650, 600, 650. How heavy do you want to go, really, is it? What's this weight box? That looks like it's massive. It's huge. So it's a beautiful massive though. Right. Onward we go. This is quite nice, I like this little vintage tractor. Horsepower wise, I'm not sure. But if we were looking at small fields to get started anyway, hopefully this will be enough. Going alright, 16. All fully tuned up and everything. New respray. It was about 12,000 with the extras that we went for. A lovely looking piece of machinery though. Oh, to the edge. Oops, in the edge. Should have got a private plate on it. Something we'll look into. A little bit of a drive on us, but luckily it's clear. Nothing too fancy about it, you know. No wing mirrors, rear view, beacon. Definitely a daytime tractor. Uh, 44, this field was the one we wanted to go down alongside. While we're driving past it, let's have a little look at... Right, little strip of land that can be farmed there, and I quite like the look of that. I think that's got a bit of potential. I can't remember what the price of it was, but it's definitely something I'm gonna keep in the back of the mind. We've got a tractor now, so progress is made. I don't think about leasing a front loader or something, but by the time you've got everything front and that, at least we've got something to get around town on. Quite a few old vintage vehicles out of the back down there. It's quite nice. I want to look into a few others, but for the meantime we needed something that would take a front attacher. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Do these need to go in? Oh, is that going to reach? Oh yeah. That's the highest we're going to get. Today's not going all that well, if I'm honest. Go on, in you get. In you get. That didn't say anything, which has got me really worried. This is the biogas. Well, why is it not took that? 20% done. Do we need to put it somewhere else? Absolutely at a loss. Don't see any drop-off points here. Oh, I'm gonna have to go and find somebody. I'll be back shortly. So a quick status update with the BGA. You can't use it without buying it. So for storyline purposes, I spoke to the guys at the BGA. They're struggling a bit, so I explained to them what we're sort of aiming to do with the amount of grass and that, and that we can put a fair bit of silage their way and things like that while we're out and about helping out the other farms. And he offered to go into business with us. So I basically ended up dropping him some money to help keep the business going. In return for that, we'll get a cut of the money made on the energy that the BGA produces, and we'll be able to use the digestate for multiple things, such as fertilising other fields, which is a sort of hand-in-hand deal. Bit of a hard bargain, but we managed it. We've got quite a few bales left over. I immediately went straight in and took on another baling contract. So we've got 3 hay contracts. I'll show you on the map. Give you a little. I think they're all going 22, 23 and 25 all go into the livestock market. So luckily we've got 22, 23, 25. Hopefully I can get over the grass there, the water there somewhere. We'll find out. We part own the BGA now, so we can use that for storing things. There's a shed and everything there. So we've got a little bit of land. We've got money in a business, basically. It's not too bad. It was a bit annoying that we couldn't just drop it off, but them's the breaks, I suppose. We would have sold the silage to them anyway, and took the money for that anyhow. So we'll just get it drip fed over time instead, which isn't too bad. In the meantime, the reason why I took the baling contract that we've taken is due to the better equipment that we've got to use. We've got some really good equipment coming, namely this bad boy, Crone Big M. So there's a lot of mowing to get done. I'm going to crack on, zip all 3 of these fields hopefully, and then I'll speak to you once I've got these done, while we're getting ready for we're going to have to ted it all, windrow it and bale it, and then move it down. So quite a lot of work to be done, but we'll get it cut for now and then we'll assess it at the next point. So I shall see you shortly. We're on field 2 of 3. I've got some help in to get this done. This case baler is bigger, it's easier to use, there's no stopping and starting, but it does seem to, the pickup seems to miss loads of little bits and bobs off. Doesn't matter how central you get. So with a lot of these swathes, I'm having to go up and down the line twice, which is really annoying. We're at ×2 on the time zone, which isn't too bad, but I've been literally at this for a whole day real time, and we've still got another field to do. But I suppose that's farming, isn't it? It is what it is. So this won't be a long. We'll be jump cutting through a lot of these little bits. I'll just keep checking in with you guys now and again, giving you little updates as to where we're getting to, any bits we're finding. I'm a little bit annoyed, to be honest, because I've lost everything from the profit that we'd made already. That to go into teaming up with the BGA, and then we've not got any land yet. We've got a bit of, we've not got anywhere to set house down. I'm going to be at the hotel again for another month, I think. And I was hoping to get all this done today and celebrate the end of the episode with a patch of land. However, I'm not sure if baling's going to be the start of the next episode again from the 3rd field. I don't know how to get to the 3rd field. It's that side of the river. I don't know where the ford is. Now I've already dropped this into, not this particular vehicle, but I've already dropped one of them into the water once. I'll have to take it back to the reset point. I'll catch up with you all later as we make a bit more progress. Bye for now. Well, you're still here with me. Many thanks. we've found the ford. I started moving equipment over there. Gone off. The lads said they'll meet us over there. And hopefully start cracking on with the hay on that field. I would say one of them offered to try and drive this over there. There's not a lot of roads on Attingham Park, and let's have a quick look. There's not a lot of roads on Attingham Park, and he basically just drove around in a circle for a bit, over and over again. Now, that's a path. Barn. Field 13. Field 13. Oh, that's that little patch of land, isn't it? 27 grand. That could be quite handy, and it looks like there is a decent pathway along there. At the back end of there. I'm going to drop them off, get them to start work over on this field, which is, again, a big field. And I might do the majority of the mowing straight down and back. Try and keep it in lines, that way when we TED it, it should be a bit more uniform and easy to put into smaller rows if I go central on the swath baler. And that should I could have gone down that way. Could have gone up that way. Maybe. Maybe not. In theory we should have been able to. That hopefully will make it easier with the pickup on the baler. However, I'm going to try and get these guys started, and then I'm going to have to pick up a cab and bring over, start shifting these bales as time is ticking on. 30 grand for this may be good. We need to work out. We pretty much decided on the patch of land I want to get. Hopefully there'll be room to put some sort of homestead up for now. But just past that field 13 is, I'll just park it up here and we'll switch vehicles. The Ford. So we're going to take this over, make a bit of a start on the grass. Here's the Ford. It's a long way. It's basically you're north of the river or south of the river, and oh yeah, it's a bit deep, but you're north of the river or south of the river basically, and as far as yet, I've only found two ways of getting over it, and that's that ford in the main bridge over on the west hand side of Attingham. Or Attingham, I believe this area is known as. Maybe? I'll have to do a bit of research. So, real time. I've bitten off more than I could chew really, because I don't know I'm going to get this down into an hour-long video. Should have just took a couple of baling contracts on, not 4. But I'll try and keep them a little bit more concise next time. In the time it's took me to do this today, I started recording at over 13 hours ago. We've been on 2 dog walks, I've had a nap. Just got back from one now, hence the happy noise of the dog. Right, swath drop in. Oh, I thought we were already on the field there, but maybe we weren't. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how I've tried to windrow in with these swaths. We're just going to end up leaving little piles of grass all over the map. And it's just going to be the way it is. I'm doing like a bulk record of different segments that I can hope, essentially a contract at a time, to try and put into a system. A contract per episode, certain thing, or a little bit of storyline per episode. So the grass episode might have to be into 2 chapters. Although a lot of it's me waffling on, repeating myself, so maybe not. My oh my. A long month. We are just picking up the last of these bales. In fact, we've still got to bale over the other field, so we've got to pick these up, go over, but I need to make sure 7,250. I need to make sure that we're doing the same size bales, otherwise I just put an extra trip for myself. However, once we've got across the ford, we can cut down past the biogas plant and then over to the livestock market. It's a bit easier than, we can jump across fields as opposed to going up round the main road. Is that all of it? Mind you, 9, it only takes 14 before it's a full stack anyway, and that's quite a big field that we've got to follow on. I think we've cracked it. I'm pretty sure we've covered, like, finished at least one of the contracts, but because of 2 of the contracts are with rented equipment, I don't really want to close the contracts off yet. Right, let's head over to the ford across. Oh, wrong way. I was aiming towards the lads that are over there, the staff that we've hired freelancers like myself are over there at the minute. Mowing was a bit hit and miss, more miss than hit. Tedding wasn't too bad because they kept it fairly in the swaths that it was already in. So I just had to keep restarting them as they kept thinking they'd finished their job. They kept thinking it was home time when it weren't. And then I've set off. I've set somebody off doing the windrowing, and I don't think I did have to go over once just to double check and give them a bit of a re-pointer. They seem to want to go in their own directions quite a bit, and those directions are quite worrying. I got a text saying he'd finished the job, so I went over to have a look, and he'd finished the job because he'd nearly put the tractor and the windrower into the river. Through the barn up behind this like tree at the end of it. And the other trees at the end of that. Threading the eye of a needle. So this path leads to the ford. I had a pint with a few of the lads that work the farms around here, and the farmers. It's obviously a big industry around here because so much of it's agricultural, but that's how I got a bit of a nod about the old Massey. Which we'll hopefully be using a bit more soon. Right, how are these boys getting on? Are we going to be alright? I think everybody's going to want a pint by the time we've done. If he's setting himself off in straight lines, I don't mind tidying up the bottom end, that's perfectly fine. He is doing straight lines. Crackerjack. 56 bales up to now. No, we're running really short on. I think we might have to come back and finish in the morning. If we're realistic about it. I'm not bothered about leaving it because I'm just tired of bailing now. But I don't want it to be sat here every time you come and do anything on a field. There's a lot of grass fields there, so I'm thinking there might be a lot of grass contracts going forward. Which is good because, you know, we can make a bit of money out of the silage at the biogas. But as you'll see, at a certain point, dropping off bales at the livestock market, of which they've took 50 odd bales of hay today. It's not the easiest place to drop into with a big auto loading trailer. Right, you're going to drop that or head back down towards the loading wagon, see if it'll pick that up. If not, I'll be spending a lot of my time. I've got to find a way back to the livestock market from there in the dark. time is it? 10 to 8. Late September. It isn't 63. Right. Come on. I dare you. Yes. Right. We can start bailing while he carries on his bits. I'll start bailing. I'll see you towards the end of this. Hopefully I can give you a little finish up of the episode when we're done and all of us are off down the local for a pint. Well, the hotel bar for a pint, because I'm shattered. See you shortly. Right, it's 8:30. We've still got all of this to bail and shift all the way down to the where are we taking it? The livestock market, which is going to be a few trips on its own. The lads are all kicking off. They've been grafting all day, sat here waiting for one person to bail. So they've convinced me the best thing to do is head back to the hotel. We'll grab a bit of dinner before the kitchen closes and a couple of wets, get our heads down, finish the job in the morning for the next episode. So it does seem to make sense. So all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. If you liked it, drop us a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. If you'd like to share it, feel free. And I hope to see you on the next episode where we'll see what I managed to mess up that time. Thanks for watching.